Yahoo! Hello, hello. It is I, your favorite leafy boy, Avery, and we are back with another library, playing honkaistarrail Trailblaze missions again and again. Wait, let me just check on a few things. This is my first time ever, not ever, but this is the first time I log in for today, so I didn't do anything yet with I didn't do anything yet with the game today, which is sad, not sad. Not sure. I just want to check if I have everything crossed out. Crossed out. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Anyways, it is so dang hot right now. In my room, outside. Well, technically outside we have a little wind blowing, so it's not as bad today, but it's been very hot this last week where I am, so I hope everyone is doing well despite all this weird weather or hot weather, and I hope everyone has water because that's very important. You do need to hydrate, especially if it's very hot. Anyways, we are back in Penacony. Oh my gosh, guys, stop jumping around. I need to run away. But yeah, hopefully the audio volume should be fine, because I did adjust it before starting stream. So, ooh, found something. That is a trash can, and I will be coming back to check on it later, but not for now, because I do want to get on. Well, not really get on, but you know,
What services do you require?
do the main Trailblaze quest, because I'm very interested in where it's going to take us. So, let's go here. We are going to the party car. Yes, let's go. Okay. I totally forgot, because that's the thing. When the party car was first introduced, I have been playing Honkai Star Rail already for quite a while now. However, I think the party car has been released the same patch as this Trailblaze mission, or one patch before. Not quite sure. The timelines are kind of, you know, wobbly for me right now. But yeah, this is the first time, apart from, you know, the whole mission that was given to us to do the cleaning and the furnishing of our room. on the Astral Express. So this is the first time we are seeing the party car in canon,
Nice.
which is fun. And I do believe we caught up to the point where some of the characters are not going to be voiced. I believe Danhang and Himeko are silent already in this. Anyways, let's see what the other members of the Express have to say.
I'm never telling jokes again. My humor simulation circuits have taken up smoking.
Thank you, Shush.
Amphorius, the Eternal Land.
Yes, because we did get the suggestion from Black Swan to visit Amphorius for energy's sake and for Trailblaze's sake, because it seems like Akivili has never been to Amphorius, and because of that, since it's a new like frontier, it's a completely new land that we are going to be exploring, it should be giving us more energy so that we can continue on traveling with the Astral Express. I have no idea why it is so hard for me right now to put together a sentence. But that's okay. Yes, Danhang is silent here, so I will try my best to give them a voice. And by them, I mean the characters who are silent. There is no record of this world in the video, not even a mention of its name.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right.
It sure is.
You haven't been with us on the Express very long.
That's true.
Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
I mean, we did do a lot of complicated and larger than life stuff already, so I've been on the Express for nearly 2 years now, which would be kind of a lie because we only started our journey in April last year, so but in game it's been 2 years, yes, since the release of the game, but no, it's no sweat. There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akivili didn't venture into, but a journey like that was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to Trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Yeah, the person who is basically running the ship should definitely know about our plans. I'm not really sure how my microphone sounds now or how good it is, so let me just adjust it a little bit. Sorry if you get some microphone stand ASMR along the way with its creaking, but yeah, I'm trying to make this sound better, which is going to be hard because from what I've heard and what I I do monitor myself sometimes and I do record stuff, and I was editing some footage which you might have seen already in the shorts. I uploaded a short last week, I think, or yeah, it was last week, I think, and there's a part 2 to that short, and also there's a video coming out, but I was listening back to it and it was so echoey, so I do need to look into ways where I can reduce the echo of my room. I did put up a curtain because I did not have a curtain because I was too lazy to put up the curtain. But I did put up a curtain, but I don't think that's going to be enough, so I'm going to be looking and see if I can have like, or I can get or find a curtain that's kind of thicker maybe, so that it's more absorbent, and also probably a rug or something, and maybe something to like shut off the other side of my room. That's probably the major source of the echo for right now. But I started rambling again. Sorry about that. Yeah. Back to the story. It is probably very important for us to sorry about that. I did just go kind of quiet for a second. There was something that I had to check. But we are here now. So, as I was saying, telling Pom Pom, who is basically, you know, the showrunner here, where we are planning to go is definitely something that we need to. I have the. I didn't turn on the mic. Okay. That was great. That was nice. So, sorry about going AFK for a second, turning very silent. I had to check out something, and then I got back and apparently did not turn the microphone back on. So, yay! Professional streamer, by the way. No, no, I'm not. No, I'm just a hobby streamer, but that's okay. So, as I was saying, in that case, we'd best take the time to think this
Yeah.
over.
Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
Yes. That's what I thought too. It's definitely something that we need to consider. And it's more beneficial for us to go somewhere where we can get more fuel by trailblazing. So, yeah, I think Amphorius is something that we should strongly consider and probably Google. Alright then, for now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we are considering the internal land as a destination. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take some time out to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can find out more about Amphorius from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
So we're staying for a bit.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most out of this break. Yes, vacation time! That's why we came to Penacony originally. At this moment, people still haven't expected this vacation to be so fulfilling. They will witness the Grand Angel Wardens and something, and those they will meet again include not only friends but also foes. And we are switching to Sunday. Yay! Let's go. Okay. Several weeks later, Golden Hour, Penacony.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
That's kind of a wild take.
If you
Care
have the
to
time for mindless
explain?
gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
Okay.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
No, it should be actually very important to you as well. Because it's all about Penacony and the harmony that you are supposed to be, representing.
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Well, now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
It's generally advised not to listen to rumors, as we've learned from, the greatest game of all time, Persona 4. Maybe not the greatest game, but certainly a great game that I really enjoy very much. And I'm planning to do a playthrough of it as well, because, it's a great game. But the thing is, I don't really have the time for it, so we'll see how we you know work out things in the future. But yeah, it's in the cards for us and for the channel.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and, what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay.
Yeah,
All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
someone, and that is
You mean the former Oak family head?
Sunday. Yes.
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk
He
about
is.
scary. For all we know,
He definitely
we might have
is.
watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Sunday.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
Sunday. I actually do like the fact that he still has this kind of lucid dreaming, hallucinogenic power or aura about him. Because at the end of the day, it was his power as well, also. So they didn't like take away everything.
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
I'm very interested about how they are going to go about
You sure
Sunday's
have a knack for
story
stirring
here.
up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
So he did become a fugitive, so the deal with Jade did not erase a lot of like anything. Excuse me. But I don't know why I said but so he is still a fugitive. Is what I was trying to get
And that is exactly why I need you with me.
to.
You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
Robin. I guess he is kind of no, maybe not ashamed, but he doesn't want to bother her anymore. Because yes, they are siblings, but I do believe Sunday is kind of older, and he was always very protective about Robin.
At least she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
Yeah.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
Yes.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
Probably not from his reaction.
That won't be necessary.
Yeah.
I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
Makes sense.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
We are going straight ahead. Okay. For a second, my mind went blank, and I was like, okay, so we are going left or right? And then it was just straight ahead.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be
Yes?
on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
Oh yeah, the Pepeshi are really small. Small babies.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly. Can you get any more conceited?
Okay, so they are not friendly.
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death.
Well, that is something actually. So, like, I would be very thankful for someone if they did that to me.
When you were at your wits' end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor. Quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission?
An IPC mission?
Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Yeah, they did. I was like, IPC mission? Is Sunday working with the IPC? And then I remembered, yes. Almost certainly.
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, our
Flashback, let's
chosen
go.
one, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
And she did say it's not charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade.
Yes.
And you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free.
Yes.
As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
From what we've seen so far, yes, that is very true also.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due. So why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds.
One way or another, we will find out which of this is going to be.
When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Are you looking for it so that you can grasp it again, or are you looking for it to, you know, clean up the mess after, you know, the whole thing?
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Okay, so it's a cleanup mission.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door.
That's like the whole philosophy of it. It's so, like, you know, order. Sorry about that. You probably heard my phone go. Let me go. Okay. And we should be good. There's so many things happening in this stream today. Anyways.
The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
Yes, so he is very much still, in the sentiment and the mindset of order, which is understandable. Like if your whole life you've been following a certain, ideology or mindset, it's hard to let it go, especially not in like a day or two. It's been a few weeks, sure, but yeah, he does feel responsible for everything that has happened. And I guess that's understandable and also a little, like, kind of admirable as well.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
He does sound. Why do you sound like? He sounds like a little bit like Gallagher. Maybe it's the same VA. I don't know, but hi, hello. Okay, so it's refurbishment work.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I need... Mr. One Week. Please excuse me, I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Mr. Workday. That's that's like the laziest fake name ever. Like Mr. Workday.
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
Certain behaviors?
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken.
Excuse me?
Kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
What do
Yeah,
you mean
that works.
corrective
Can
measures?
you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
That does
Please
not sound
take these notes with you. They may come in
good.
handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you.
Actually, yeah, Sunday is like, the day that you are chilling. That you are supposed to be resting. Sunday is most of the time, for most people, a rest day. And Sunday is a workaholic from what we have seen of him throughout the Trailblaze quests or missions. So yeah, maybe that's a more fitting name for him.
So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
Okay. We are getting more background information.
Rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. that there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules.
Uh-huh.
If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled.
Okay, but then seeing that that was one of the first, lessons Mr. Gopher Wood taught you, you went on and wanted to do the same thing but in a much bigger scale?
This
Like,
place is no
hello?
exception. The distorted after echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
Let's see what we
definitely
have
true.
on these notes.
Aiding Park investigatory rules. I'll write down what I've noticed for now. I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. Be kind to birds. Always, always be kind to birds, because you never know when they will return with a whole flock. Do not discard trash in trash cans. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's because of the, Lord data trash cans or something. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt group while experiencing the attraction. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Very sensible. Attention, conducts that have not been mentioned are not necessarily safe. They just have not yet been reviewed.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What?
That is very interesting. Also, sorry, I saw this in the cutscene, so we do have to get it. We are obligated to. Treasure. Oh, there's another. Let's go. Slowly but surely, we are getting all the treasure as well. Treasure. That's more jade for us as well. So, yeah, let's go. And we are going over there to a food stall, I think. Yes, I believe, yes.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
That does not make any sense to me, but maybe I'm just way too confused about
What
the
happens if
situation.
I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't!
In the blink of an eye, the ice cream vanishes into one week's stomach.
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
Let's go to the stage.
Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage.
That does make sense, actually.
A
Like,
surprisingly reasonable rule.
pretty reasonable. if you ask
And an
me.
easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
So we run on stage.
Huh?
We did get, like, put back over
Let's
here.
try that again.
Again.
What's going on?
The
Guide
corrective
those who've
measure.
lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound
Yes.
mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Oh, okay. Like a drunkard commonly seen by the sidewalk. Yeah, that's not pleasant.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
That's probably also prohibited.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
That's what I'm interested in as well. What's the
Nothing
plan
complicated.
for it?
All distortions have their roots.
Yes.
We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
Okay, so we are kind of like using the clocky mechanism to correct things that aren't working the way they should. If I
So,
like get this
can
correctly.
I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
Trailblazer, rules are made to be broken. It's a lordly trash can.
Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Probably not.
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Oh wait, so it was supposed to be like reverse psychology when people tell you something and you do the opposite?
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
Anything will do. I don't want to throw away credit. I don't really use Soul Glad and I don't really use trash either. So let's just throw in some trash.
Something's happening.
Oh. Hello?
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
We got a pleasant looking trash can. So we are supposed to be using a Soul Glad
Please do
bottle
not
here?
use Soul Glad
Yes.
bottle caps sold by the
Bottle
Dream
cap.
Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something?
Do we have to find them? I guess. There's one right here. A bubble hound. Oh my gosh. That's so cute.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Sunday places some alfalfa credits in front of bubble hound. I want one! Mother, please, I want one.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Ugh.
Sunday has placed even more alfalfa credits.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
He is a fugitive after all, so he doesn't have much money to
May I
spare.
remind you that I am currently on the run?
Yes. I want one. It's very cute. Dream Jolt Troop lets out Tears shout.
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
We? It was all Sunday, my guy. Soul Glad bottle cap. Let's go.
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
definitely. Let's go. Soul glad bottle. Confirm. We do get something out of this. That's crazy. Hello. What did we get?
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule?
You shouldn't have done that. Since warnings have proven futile, punishment is now inevitable. Do we have to fight
they
here?
can't be seriously going that far, right? Oh, no. Hey, look out!
Yes, we are fighting.
I always deliver.
It's not going to be a hard
Never seen
fight.
perfection before. Curiosity. Endless riddles.
We do have a pretty
Nothing but a
strong
void.
team, so we can definitely.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
Boom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go.
Time for a lesson.
Oh, there's another way.
I don't have time for games.
That should be fine.
Expand your thinking.
I've heard the call.
That's not great for us,
Watch your head.
but we do get a follow-up from
Curiosity.
Adventure.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
I mean, we are
Bending the
pretty high
rules.
level and pretty strong, so it should be fine. We are definitely taking them out with this
Open
one.
sesame. Watch it crumble.
Yeah, the one problem that I found with this team is the
Did they
fact
have
that
to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
yeah. So the one thing that
Perhaps
I
making the
found-
attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
I lost my train of thought because I went into 2 voice lines. But yeah, the one thing that I found with this team is the fact that since the Herta is doing many turns after like one. Okay, let me rephrase that. So the Herta is doing a lot of turns because of Sunday and his instant, you know, thingy with his skill. Wow, I'm so great. I'm so great at, you know. Why are not my words are not wording? What is happening? Ooh. If this is because of the heat, I'm sorry. If it's not because of the heat, I'm sorry either way. So, but yeah, because of the Herta doing so many turns, Aventuring's shield basically disappears on her, and it's not very good as, you know, a defensive option for her. Also with Jade on the team and using the Herta as that thingy. I forgot the actual like name. Collector. That collector. Yes. The Herta's HP is going down, down, down every time it acts. Like she acts. So yeah, it would be nice to have a healer option. So we might be going for Hyacinth, or we are waiting for Hoho to rerun because Hoho can give us a lot of energy as well. But on the other hand, Hyacinth does a lot of DPS as well. So I'm still debating. There's 2 more days for Hyacinth's banner, so maybe we will get a video about Hyacinth in the future. But that's a big maybe, because I'm still debating. Anyways.
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
That's good. The after echoes of order, once distorted, only add to the chaos. As a tuner, Sunday can easily discern where the harmony of Dreamscapes has been disrupted. Okay, so we have to do this. And it shows us with these lines. So it's right here, and we have to do this and investigate.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Are we fighting here?
It worked.
No.
The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
A new pair of wings? That would be actually very pretty.
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
Okay, that's actually a pretty understandable childhood memory as a Hallowean with the, wings and stuff. Interesting.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
He almost broke his halo. I think that was pretty memorable. Let's just say that.
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh,
Or
you're
that.
probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
Okay, and we are looking for more disturbances. We're going the other way. I think we saw it right over there. Yes. Are we done?
What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles.
Yeah. I mean, we do have to realize and, keep in mind that he was trying to do good, no matter how misguided and unfortunate the method were. He was trying to do good by the people he wanted to protect. So, and he
I'm glad
did
for
grow
this
up
chance to
here.
look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go. This will be a long farewell.
Yeah, it is understandable for him to feel this way. feel nostalgic and, you know, maybe a little disappointed that he couldn't do what he set out.
So, where are we heading next?
Yes? Where are we heading?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though.
Yes.
It might be better to take a quieter route.
Even before, there were a lot of bloodhounds going around, so yeah.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Mr. Yang. Hello.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Is he really going to be able to mislead Weld? Don't ask me why, but this fountain in the background, like that animation looks so natural. I have no idea how that got my attention, but it looks so good. It looks so natural, at least to me. But yeah, is he going to be able to actually mislead Mr. Yang?
Hold on.
Wait. No, Mr.
Sweet
Yang
dreams
is...
are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
He's very suspicious.
Thank you.
Like, he does have a suspicion, definitely, that something's going on. He did have a deal before with Sunday,
That was
so...
no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
Yes, definitely.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony?
Because we are still getting our stuff together, like, you know, rations and, you know, plans on how we are going to start our journey moving on. So it takes some time to prepare.
We needn't change our plans because of him, but be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now, it's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
Where are we going? This way, I think. I believe. We are going this way. Yes. It was here.
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
He saw through it.
I will, but before I do...
Mr. Yang. Of course you are not able to fool Mr. Yang. He's way too experienced for that.
Put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Wow, okay.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me.
I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how good your intentions were, you did some pretty dubious things.
Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
Sunday unreservedly shares his story with Well.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
Yes.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able
That
to move
makes
around
sense.
freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Come on, Mr. Yang. He does deserve the chance to say goodbye.
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
That is also understandable, as we are, as the Astral Express shareholders, I think, in Penacony's, leading structure, so making sure that everyone stays safe is something that we should
You have
be
my
doing.
gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels.
Aw, and he can also empathize with him as
That
well.
said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
I think that's pretty understandable.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Yes.
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Definitely. Sure is. Are we going down here? Yes.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Somewhere
Mr. Yang.
nearby?
If you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me.
Yes?
Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony?
Valid question.
Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case,
I mean, yeah, Sparkle did do a little something, so that is maybe what Sunday is talking about, but probably something more like, harsher is what he does. Also, it's been an hour, so everyone do a big stretchy stretch. And please hydrate. Drink some water, take a sip of juice, anything that you have currently, because hydration is very important. And I'm also going to turn my lights on because it's getting pretty dark. So, just a sec. And we're back. Let's go.
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
there's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
Black Swan, yes.
Passenger?
I believe.
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
Wait. I don't... Wait, what? Okay, now you got me puzzled, Mr. Yang. Let me just turn on the surprise Pikachu face here. I am puzzled right here.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Tingyun. Tingyun.
Or these ladies?
What? Why are there so many Tingyuns?
This... how?
Yeah, how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Yes? Return to the Trailblazers field. The Radiant Feldspar.
Isn't it
Himeko?
fascinating how
Screwlum!
variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
Screwlum, my beloved. Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Screwlum. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation.
Yes?
But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take a leap and see where it comes. Well, not where it comes from, but where it takes you. I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination?
Yes, about that. They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herta? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the nameless after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information. All-encompassing erudition. So we are talking about Big Herta? Like Madame Herta? Like the Herta? Or like Mini Herta back at the space station?
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphorius is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path. Yes, that does seem pretty important, or like pretty reasonable to try and consult someone who is an emanator of erudition. So Madame Herta or the Herta's inclusion here make sense. At least a little.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right. So this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Aeons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Someone else who did not hear about Amphorius. Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. He's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance's technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Wilmay's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalenga abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back to our new friends. Speaking of her, This is far too much an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend at Miss Ruam.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Is this the part where, like, is this the part where the Zia Joe Trailblaze continuance with Fugue merge, or like not merge, but you know, connect with the story, like the main story, Trailblaze mission? And that's why Tingyun is in the Land of Dreams currently. Like, so many Tingyuns in the Land of Dreams. Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the CN, considering her unique position with the Ally.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger.
Yes.
Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyun better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacation. They're probably having a wonderful time. Do we now?
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on?
That's what I would like to know as well.
March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically.
Excuse me for a second. I will have to try and adjust my microphone a bit, because I did adjust my setting position when I went to switch on the lights. But yeah, let's see where we are going with this. So there's a lot of news going around. I'm gonna have to break the stereotypes you have of me. Apparently, there are many news here with us. Apparently.
You don't have to tell him that. He can see for himself.
It's just part of the, presentation. Stay quiet, March. I will get to the point.
Forget it.
Maybe not.
I'll tell you.
I don't know.
We walked around with Miss Tingyun for a while after separating from the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But then we ran into something weird.
Is this one of the, anomalies the Order has left?
Did something happen in the Dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
And why is that the reason we have many teen news right now?
So that sort of Try Not to Laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
Okay, so Miss Tingyun ate the candy and it made her multiply?
What happened?
We failed the challenge? Probably. But that's not...
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Tingyun...
Yeah?
Miss Tingyun ate the candy too, but she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Tingyuns right in front of us.
How is my question. How did that happen?
What's your take on this?
The Dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely that Candy triggered her hypersensitive mind,
Yeah.
causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves.
Interesting.
There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who is this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
Wait, I just realized.
It's been a while, everyone.
His name is Sunday. And the little guy's name is 1 week. 1 week. I love it. That's a great pun. I didn't even realize it for a second. Like, it took me almost an hour to realize that.
You! What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah.
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Well, fills them in on what he's been through.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
The heavyweight who pummeled this control freak. He was a word good, but yeah, it was a team effort.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yun. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yun to her normal self.
Yes, that is pretty much a priority right now.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yuns aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Find a Ting-Yun that is easy to communicate with. Well, and we can't even leave here. No Ting-Yun here we can talk to, no Ting-Yun here. There's one Ting-Yun here.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yun are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yun to come together to form the Ting-Yun Merchant Guild.
Ting-Yun Merchant Guild? Well, I mean, would that be even possible? Like, could you form a merchant guild with yourself, even though you are, like, there's multiple of you, but it's still yourself?
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper.
I'm pretty sure, from what I understand what happened, memory fragments of Ting-Yun became, you know, personal? Tangible, like original people. So it's Ting-Yun's memories personified into a version of Ting-Yun. So it's all different Ting-Yun. I'm not quite sure if many different Ting-Yuns can actually work together in sync, because there's different versions of you wanting different things. Why am I thinking about this?
I No, we can't leave the Dreamscape
So
to
hard.
trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I have been thinking about this way too hard. Like it's an interesting concept, but I don't think it holds merit.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
I mean, not like the original Tingyun that we met didn't do that. Like, she was very self-centered in a way that's still kind of, you know, professional, but very, very, like, self-serving. And I'm talking about this like it's a very bad thing, or it might seem like I think it's a very bad thing. Like, no, it was just her. Like, she was thinking about her career. She was thinking about, you know, going far and getting to her, you know. What's the word that I'm looking for? Not quite sure. But yeah, she was very like, what's the word? What's the word that I'm looking for? Goal. Like, she was very goal oriented, even when we knew her. So she was very eccentric, even back then. Miss Tingyun's got a sense of humor these days.
Hey! You better not be referring to the part about my wits surpassing many others.
I don't know. Am I?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes.
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Laofu.
The Laofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Laofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Yes, there's a lot more to the story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyuns here.
Let's try that. Let's see if we can find something. There's
That
3.
sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal.
Eh?
But then again, gifts should be lasting.
Mm-hmm.
What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day?
I mean,
That
it can
sounds
work.
like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it.
I have no, like... Let me just do that. I have no, like... way that I could refute this. Like, this is just very... on the spot. I can get behind this.
She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These 3 Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Sunny?
Sunny? That's cute.
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Yes, definitely. That's what I was talking about.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
No, I don't think so.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the Dreamscape. tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Ting-Yuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one, but it may take me a while to identify her.
We'll look for her, March. Don't worry about it. There's one walking here. They are looking at flowers. I have no idea what they are planning to do with that trash can. It's like a convention of Ting-Yuns. Money Grubber Ting-Yun, Invincible Fan Wielder Ting-Yun, Kitty Ting-Yun. Anyone else? Is there a Ting-Yun here? No, no Ting-Yun. I don't necessarily want to speak with all of them because they probably don't have everything. I cannot talk to you either. Neither with you. Okay, so there's not too many or not as many around here. So we do have to think about this. Who can we talk to here? Money Grubber, Invincible Fan Wielder, or Kitty? Money Grubber seems to be like a very profit oriented. I'm not sure if we can talk to her about this. Kitty Ting-Yun might not be serious enough or mature enough to understand what's happening and what we are trying to do, so maybe Invincible Fan Wielder Ting-Yun.
Huh? Ugh, yikes! She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Okay, so it's not her. Money Grubber? Probably not Money Grubber either. She seems completely oblivious to everything else and is just standing there, continuously operating the cash spewer, occasionally letting out an excited
Why
laugh.
do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Yes, so
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Ting-Yun?
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Yes, I hope so.
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Ting-Yun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
Somewhat normal, Ting-Yun. So this is also a side of Miss Ting-Yun.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Ting-Yun hostage...
Brace yourself for gravitational disintegration. Know that there are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us. No. No, that's so mean. I don't want to do that. Remember, we're the most formidable people in all of Penacony. Technically, yes. Right now, yes. Well, wait. Do we have the IPC here still? Because if we do, then they might... Not sure. But I'm going with this. I don't want to be mean to my love here, Mr. Yang.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that.
Yeah.
You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
I mean, yeah, after After everything that happened, Sunday seems to be actually reflecting on his actions and understanding why what he did was wrong in a way.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
So we are basically trying to puzzle her back together.
Huh?
That's not great. Wait, is that supposed to be Pantilia?
What the? Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
1 week.
Look, it's working.
Something's not right.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Tingyun, you're finally back.
Aw, I was not expecting that to happen.
You may be small, but you're pretty amazing.
Okay, March, that you did not have to go there. But something is very fishy here.
Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
It did not seem very trivial, knowing Miss Tingyun's past. And this foreboding music does not help.
I should have
either.
let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Oh no. 1 week? 1 week? No. Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe.
Don't be afraid.
Please, I wanted to read what it. Okay. Miss Tingyun.
What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who are you?
Are you talking to yourself? Like, is this Tingyun or Fugue talking to Tingyun?
And
Or is
who
it
am I?
is it maybe since we seem to be at the space station, is it Ruame?
Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Fugue story. Temporarily added. You can make changes in the lineup menu. Let me check something here. Because
Looks like this collateral won't be returned.
a misfortune of survivors is not a part of a new venture on the 8th dawn. So this is going to be Tingyun's story mission. Let me check this. A misfortune of survivors. survivors. Wait, it is a part of... Huh? Oh wait, yeah, it is. It is a part of the story. You must go on and there's no time to waste. What is this place? Whose body is this? Should you power on ahead in uncertainty or turn back to find out where you came from? Okay, for a second I was kind of puzzled there, but yes, it is a part of the main story here. So it did not end, or not end, it did not change over to Yun's story. However, since we do have Fugue, I'm going to try out this team maybe? Should we add Harmony Trailblazer into the mix? No.
Looks like this collateral.
We're going to change out.
That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
I think so. Let's take a look at it and see where Test Yun is leading us. Hello.
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it, but if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am?
I don't think we are actually there, because then they would be reacting to us.
Can they not hear me?
Yes, they can. They probably can. We can't even interact with them. We can go up here. Investigate.
This girl is...
Observation log day 6. Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not incapable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Luan Mei for her to decide whether the observed subject senses should be temporarily numbed before conducting a question. Correction, we have temporarily locked the subjects for various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. It would be way nicer if I could actually read what is right in front of me. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, this is a record of the questions that the observed subject has already answered. Number 1. What is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds. Yun. Number 2. What did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence.
Tingyun. What a familiar name.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
Okay.
It's you again.
Who are you?
These are...
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand.
So we are currently in Pinyun's psyche right now. Like, we are in her mind or soul.
Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You
Very
want
interesting.
me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
I mean, if it's necessary, sure.
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway.
Why would
Don't
you
fight
say
it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars?
Very interesting.
Wait!
They are just going to attack us either way.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry.
Probably
As
not.
I said before, you're not alone.
Dang straight she is not.
Unite our goals. I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
We are here to help.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking. Helpless as ever. Open sesame.
Bending the rules.
Helpless as ever. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Time for a lesson.
Ow. I don't have any skill points here.
Cloud scattered.
I've heard the call. Serenity is before me.
I don't have time. Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
That's pretty, like, easy with be
How
heard
can
of.
it be? Why are there still so many of them?
And they get
The
up.
ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them.
Ruame?
No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me.
She's right there.
Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Kind of, probably, yes.
Close, but not quite.
Not quite. What does that mean?
So... I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Ruame, you're not helping. I want to understand what's happening to Miss Tingyun.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal?
I mean, that's kind of how trauma works, in a sense. They always stay with you, but you can learn how to heal them, so to say, and live with it. And deal with it. Like, not deal with it, but learn how to accept it and learn how to manage it. Kind of.
I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
Why indeed? I wonder.
It's a habit of mine.
I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
That is quite thoughtful, actually.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
Very interesting.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived.
Understandable. A Lord Ravager is an emanator of destruction, so you have to be pretty tough to survive that.
But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
Who is this someone we are speaking
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation.
I'm humming like I actually understand what is happening right now.
There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death.
Yes.
Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I mean, I guess it makes sense for her to change appearance because of this.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail.
I guess it's like this is the part of like Foxian lore that we don't get or kind of modified because they are kind of based on Kitsune, I believe, or I think, or maybe like adjacent to Kitsune. And you know, fox spirits, as they grow older, as they grow wiser, they grow more tailed. And if you encounter a nine-tailed fox, you are basically like, even with less wiser kitsunes, like having multiple tails means they are very, very strong. And I guess this is kind of a way to make Tingyun, who is a Foxian, be more resilient, be more stronger, is to give her more tails, maybe?
You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
The traveling merchant, I wonder who that is.
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
At this point, past events revealed by the tuning recede to the darkness once more. Okay, so it's the lingering destruction that 1 week has said. So it was kind of like Ventilia, like remains of Ventilia, but it's not actually Ventilia.
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
At least that's my understanding. Only for a little time.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
No, it's... Well, yes. To have survived the Lord Ravager. Why is that such a hard sentence to say? So to have survived a Lord Ravager, she is very resilient and very strong. But yeah, the circumstances are very extraordinary as well. So yeah, it's understandable that even 1 week or Sunday might have run into problems.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death.
Yeah.
While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival.
Ruame was the perfect person to turn to in this case. Definitely.
After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Shortly after,
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other 2 companions next?
Danhang and Himeko, probably. Yeah.
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
But Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himeko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay, we better hurry then.
Bye, Miss Indian. Okay. Absorb emotion. Depressed male Katashi. It's bad enough bumping into a colleague. What's worse, it turned out to be the Rudders. Yes, yes, that sarcastic guy. I dare say there isn't anyone more annoying than him in the entire building material logistics department. Ah, I'm livid. What am I doing spending all this money on a vacation just to meet this darn annoyance? Angry gear. I forgot there was a mechanic like that. So, let me just no, not team. Sorry. The missions. Let me just check where we are with the Trailblaze mission currently. Reality is but dreams echo, and I think we just started this one. Yes. Yes, we just started this one. This seems to be more like substantial. Like there's more meat to this part of the Trailblaze mission, and then we have quite a few steps to take as well. However, I feel like for one, it's really, really hot right now in my room currently. And we have been going on for almost 2 hours already. So, I am going to end it for here for today. Hopefully not get hit by a car like that, because that would be unfortunate. However, can I zoom in? Will my scroll wheel actually let me scroll in? We did find where Sunday is, and we did start cleaning up his mess with him, which is pretty understandable and pretty nice to see that he is, well, repenting and sees his wrongdoings. And also, we did meet Miss Tingyun and find out what actually happened to her after her run-in with Cantelia, sorry. So yeah, it's pretty nice, and we did do quite a lot, and we did learn quite a lot more about Sunday and his background. So yeah, that was it for today, I believe. Well, not I believe. That shouldn't be doubted. Yeah, for today, we are going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you had a pleasant time, and if you enjoyed today's live stream, please hit the like button. And if you want to stay updated with the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps out a lot. And with that, Avery